Today I am doing two robots and a spaceship. The spaceship I have been drawing probably since I've been in junior high. It's a go-to for me. If I'm in a meeting and I'm bored, there's probably a spaceship in the corner somewhere. I thought, well, if I'm doing robots, maybe it'd be a good idea to add my spaceship to it and maybe make a little bit of a story out of it. It's probably not much of a story. It's just a couple robots that have landed on a planet and their spaceship is taking off. There's a tall robot and there's a short, squatty robot. And my tall robot here is kind of looking over at the spaceship as it flies away. And my short, squatty one is kind of just looking at us like nothing, like he's just kind of bored. So I'm doing my cartoon robots again. Something I've been doing for a while. And I bought this brown paper at the art supply store a week or two ago to try this out because I wanted to do some highlights. And it's nice to start off with a nice neutral, about 50%, I don't know if it's gray or brown gray background. I'm thickening up the edges of my robots because I have that cartoony style. Then I think I pull out my watercolor. There it is, my white watercolor. I learned the hard way. I have to use it straight out of the tube. I can't water it down or it just kind of disappears. So I'm putting my highlights on my spaceship, which is heading on to the left top of the page. The sun, according to my brain, is on the left side of the page. I can't really do a sun to the right. It's some sort of weird dyslexic thing I have. But now, since the light's coming from the bottom of the spaceship, I'm putting the highlights on the left top part of my robots. My short squatty one there. And I'm adding some highlights to the belt buckle and to the belt. And I think these robots are kind of unique. I've never seen them before. I'm not saying I invented robots, but I do like the design. And maybe if I'm going to keep this YouTube channel going, I can do a whole series. I think this would be good for the kids. This seems to appeal more to little kids than most of my artwork, which is kind of scary. If you go back, and I encourage you to go back and look at my other artwork. It's more monster-related, scary stuff. It's kind of funny. I actually gave a painting away to a daycare, and somebody made a comment that I probably shouldn't have because the imagery was a little bit too scary for little kids, but I didn't think so. It was just a fish with some teeth. You know, pike have teeth. Sharks have teeth, I guess. But a lot of my artwork appeals to kids. I mean, I used to do caricatures for post-prom parties. I don't know how I got into cartooning other than my Mad Magazine days. And when in high school, and if you watch my videos, you've heard me say this before, but I've done cartoons for the newspaper. Not like this. Looking back at those days, my cartooning probably wasn't very good, even though I won a state award in high school. And here I am bragging again. But I put on some red, which I call an accent color. Now I'm adding a little bit of blue to the spaceship. And then I decided I want to do some more of the ink wash, so I got myself about a 30 to 40% gray tone here. And I'm doing the feet, around the feet. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I can make the robot stand out a little bit better if I put a little bit of gray tones around their bodies. So I'm adding a little bit darker gray tones just to get them to stand out a little bit more. I guess if there's smoke coming from the spaceship, I'm just adding more smoke. That's my story at least. Or those are trees. Trees or smoke. But anyway, I'm adding some more darks. Kind of going around my robots to get them to pop a little bit more. Pop. That's a good word for it. Just putting in some, I don't know, grass, ground, leaves, trees. Just anything to get that robot to pop out a little bit more smoke on that left side. I like the design here because it looks like it's a story. It looks like they should be talking to each other, like there should be a balloon, and they're discussing what they're going to do now that they've landed on the planet. You know, maybe they're supposed to go out and find some Martians or something, and they forgot their lunch, or they left the iron going on the spaceship, and they're going, "Oh my God, I left the iron going. What am I going to do?" But they could just call the robot buddy on the spaceship and have him come land, or have their buddy just turn the iron off. But it looks like it's a good setup for a story. And maybe if I continue to do this, I'll do that, and I'll do a series on cartooning and how to do that, because I've done a lot of that. You know, I don't know if my humor is very good, if my jokes are any good, but I think my cartoons are all right. So the composition is pretty good. I like the tones. I like the lights and the darks. I like the way the robots look at each other. It looks like a fun thing. And now I am adding my signature. So thank you very much.